This is an example of the same frame that we saw with our PowerPoint animation, except now we have the output of a command station CLI command behind us. I've logged onto, I've used a putty session, I've manipulated the settings within that session to use what I think is a very readable background and foreground color combination. And then I brought up, in this case, a NAS_FS-L command as an example. This would be appropriate for those situations where I wanted to explain maybe the location and the process of accessing a log location, or I wanted to show the expected and expected error outputs, horrible pained look, for a particular troubleshooting diagnosis. So I'd use this frame to put the information behind me. I have a bit of space that I can move here from the edge of the board, and I can also, by moving in the appropriate fashion. So if I wanted to explain a command output, for example, I could do so, I'm carefully staying in the frame, by referring to the screen behind me and illustrating with a little bit of careful pointing to where I want things to be. Using this frame can also work with command line that is being manipulated off camera by someone participating in the production. So, for example, if I had Anderson here to type commands in as I describe them, well, this becomes an even more interactive presentation. It can be happening in the background, just as sort of a secondary reinforcement while I'm explaining it. But then if I want to highlight the actual results, well, then I can turn to the screen and do just that. I can move to either side. I can highlight sections of this. All I need to know and all we need to keep track of as developers is what the most important information is going to be. We could also, as developers, do things like actually type in commands and then manipulate the sessions involved to bring certain components out in highlight. Or we could have animations that have been captured in PowerPoint of these command structures, and we could use focus within PowerPoint to bring, or just text boxes within PowerPoint, to bring certain things, certain command responses, certain components of log output to the foreground for purposes of explanation. So that's the appropriate use of this style of frame.